The evolution of computers has been nothing short of revolutionary. From humble beginnings as simple calculating tools to the powerful devices that drive our world today, in this comprehensive guide, we're going to explore the history of computers from the very start up until now, and all the way into the future with new technology that is just over the horizon. We've broken it down into 5 different generations which are defined by the key technology of the time. All right, let's dive right into it. And if you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and click the like button down below so more people can learn about this stuff. And if you really like what I do here, consider supporting me through donations. Thanks so much. Now let's get back to the video. First, before we jump into the first generation of computers, let's rewind the clock even further back to the days before computers even existed. This is what we call the pre-computer era. Although there were no true computers during this period, there were some very clever inventions that served basic calculating functions. One of the earliest was the abacus, invented around 3000 BCE. This manual calculator consisted of beads sliding on wires or rods, allowing for basic arithmetic operations. The abacus originated independently in various civilizations such as the Mesopotamians, Chinese, and Egyptians, and remained widely used for centuries. It may not have been a computer, but it certainly was a handy tool. Another interesting development was the Antikythera Mechanism, discovered in 1902 off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. This ancient Greek device, dating back to around 100 BC, was essentially a sophisticated orrery used for making astronomical calculations and predictions, considered to be the first known analog computer. The Antikythera Mechanism showcases the ingenuity of ancient Greek engineering and their keen observation of celestial bodies. Moving into the 17th century, we encounter 2 significant milestones in the evolution of calculators. In 1617, English mathematician and astronomer Edmund Custis published a set of rods known as Napier's bones, which provided a mechanical aid for multiplication and division. These rods engraved with numbers allowed for efficient calculation by aligning the appropriate digits. Around the same time, French mathematician Blaise Pascal created the Pascaline in 1642. This device featured a series of gears and wheels and could add and subtract 2 numbers. It's considered to be the first mechanical calculator capable of performing basic arithmetic operations. Building on Pascal's work, German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz developed the stepped reckon in 1674, which could not only perform addition and subtraction, but also multiplication and division. These inventions laid the groundwork for more advanced calculating machines, paving the way for the development of early computers. All right, now let's move into the first generation of computers, which spanned from the 1940s to the 1950s. The defining feature of this era was the use of vacuum tubes as the primary technology. Now, these massive glass-enclosed devices were used in everything from radios to early television sets. But they were also the building blocks of some of the earliest computers. The sheer size and fragility of these machines was astounding. They were often housed in large rooms, taking up as much space as an entire office. And if that wasn't enough, they consumed a whopping 15 kilowatts of power, equivalent to powering 15 refrigerators. Despite their colossal size and energy demands, these machines were groundbreaking. They laid the foundation for modern computing and paved the way for future generations of smaller, faster, more efficient computers. Let's take a closer look at some notable examples from this era. The Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, or ENIAC, completed in 1945, is widely recognized as the first general-purpose programmable electronic computer. Developed at the University of Pennsylvania, the ENIAC weighed a staggering 27 tons and filled an entire 18-foot by 30-foot room. Its 18,000 vacuum tubes operated at a temperature of around 230 degrees Fahrenheit, requiring regular water cooling. Despite its bulk, the ENIAC could perform calculations at an astonishing rate of 5,000 additions, or 380 multiplications per second. Another significant computer of this era is the UNIVAC I introduced in 1951, short for Universal Automatic Computer. The UNIVAC I was the first commercially available computer. Notably, it was used by the U.S. Census Bureau to process the 1950 census data. With approximately 1,000 units sold, The UNIVAC I marked a significant milestone in the transition from room-sized behemoths to more practical computing solutions. These computers were programmed in machine language, a binary code consisting of ones and zeros. They lacked high-level programming languages and relied on direct manipulation of the machine's internal states. Their reliability was questionable, and they were prone to overheating due to the vacuum tubes. However, they represented a giant leap forward and opened the door to the possibilities of digital computing. Alright, now let us move into the second generation of computers, which spanned from the late 1950s to the mid-1960s. This generation marked a significant leap forward in computing technology, replacing the bulky vacuum tubes with smaller, faster, and more energy-efficient transistors. The result was a computer that was not only more powerful, but also took up less space and required less maintenance. During this era, computers were commonly referred to as electronic brains, were often depicted with eyes and other human-like features in advertising and popular culture. The IBM 1401, introduced in 1959, was a popular and influential computer during the second generation, designed primarily for business applications. The IBM 1401 offered improved processing speeds and storage capabilities compared to its predecessors. It featured a magnetic drum memory and supported various input and output devices, including punched cards, paper tape, and a line printer. The TX-0, one of the earliest transistorized machines, made its debut in 1956 at MIT's Computation Center. This compact computer measured only 22 by 28 inches and occupied less floor space than a person. It utilized magnetic core memory and featured a cathode ray tube for display output, showcasing the potential for miniaturization in computer design. Transistors enabled computers to become more powerful while occupying less physical space. They also allowed for the development of high-level programming languages such as Fortran and COBOL, making programming more accessible. Furthermore, advances in memory technology led to the introduction of magnetic core memory, which provided faster access times and greater storage capacity. The second-generation computers represented a significant step toward practicality and usability and laid the foundation for the widespread adoption of computers in various fields. Alright, now, let us move on to the third generation of computers, which spanned from the mid-1960s to the mid-1970s. This era marked another significant leap forward in computing technology with the introduction of integrated circuits ICs. Instead of having transistors mounted on a separate board and connected to the rest of the circuitry, integrated circuits placed them directly onto a semiconductor material, typically silicon. This innovation resulted in computers that were smaller, faster, and more reliable than ever before. During this time, computers were increasingly used in various industries and scientific research. They played a crucial role in the space program, helping to navigate satellites and spacecraft. The IBM System 360, introduced in 1964, was a groundbreaking development during the third generation. As the first family of compatible computers, it offered a range of models with varying processing capabilities, meeting the diverse needs of different users. The system provided a unified architecture, allowing for greater flexibility and standardization. Another notable computer of this era was the PDP-8, the first successful mini-computer introduced in 1965 by Digital Equipment Corporation. The PDP-8 was smaller and more affordable than the larger mainframe computers, yet still offered significant processing power. Its compact size and cost-effectiveness made it accessible to a wider range of users, including smaller businesses and research labs. Miniaturization continued, with some computers fitting entirely on a single shelf. By the end of this era, keyboards and monitors had largely replaced the use of punch cards for inputting data and programs. The introduction of operating systems allowed for greater automation and resource management, simplifying tasks for programmers. The third generation witnessed significant advancements in processing power, reliability, and accessibility, setting the stage for the next wave of technological innovation. Alright, now let's move on to the fourth generation of computers, which began in the mid-1970s and continues to this day. This generation was marked by the invention of the microprocessor, which allowed for the entire central processing unit (CPU) to be placed on a single chip. This innovation led to the development of personal computers (PCs), which became popular in the 1980s. During this era, computers started to permeate into various aspects of daily life and became essential tools in offices, homes, and educational institutions. The Apple II, introduced in 1977, is widely regarded as one of the first mass-market personal computers. Its user-friendly design and color graphics capabilities made it popular among hobbyists and small businesses. Another pivotal computer of this era was the IBM PC, released in 1981. It played a significant role in establishing the IBM brand in the personal computer market and set industry standards that influenced the development of subsequent PCs. The combination of affordability, compatibility, and user-friendly interfaces propelled computers into the mainstream during this era. Microprocessors continued to become smaller and more powerful, leading to the development of laptops and later portable devices like smartphones. The fourth generation witnessed a shift towards graphical user interfaces (GUIs), making computers more accessible to a broader audience. The advent of the Internet in the late 1980s further expanded the capabilities and connectivity of computers, opening up new possibilities for communication and information sharing. Today, computers power virtually every aspect of modern life, from communication and entertainment to scientific research and global commerce. All right, now let us move on to the fifth generation of computers, which encompasses the technology of the present and extends into the future. This generation is characterized by the increasing use of artificial intelligence, AI, and quantum computing. AI involves developing machines that can learn and perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence, such as natural language processing and problem solving. Quantum computers harness the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations at unprecedented speeds. One example of a fifth-generation technology is Google's Sycamore processor, which achieved what would have taken a conventional supercomputer 10,000 years in just 200 days. Another example is IBM's Q System 1, a modular approach to building quantum computers designed for clients who want to use quantum computing in their own facilities. These systems use qubits instead of bits, allowing for more complex computations, while still in their early stages of development. AI and quantum computing hold immense potential for revolutionizing industries such as healthcare, finance, and materials science. As we look to the future, experts predict that the sixth generation will likely blur the lines between technology and biology. Some speculate that the next leap will involve biocomputers, which utilize DNA or other biological molecules for computation. Others envision photonic processors that use light rather than electricity to perform calculations at near the speed of light. However, it's important to note that not all experts agree on the timeline or specifics of future generations. Some believe that quantum PCs will replace traditional ones within the next decade, while others think it will take much longer. Nevertheless, the advancements in AI and quantum computing clearly demonstrate that the future of computers holds exciting possibilities. Now, before we wrap things up, let's take a quick look at a timeline summarizing the evolution of computers across different eras. Feel free to pause the video here if you want a closer look. Now, to wrap things up, we all conclude by saying that computers have come a long way from their humble beginnings as simple calculating tools to the powerful devices that drive our world today. Each generation has brought significant advancements in processing power, miniaturization, and capabilities. As we look to the future, the sixth generation and beyond hold exciting possibilities, with technology blurring the lines between biology and machines. Who knows what incredible innovations await us? Maybe one day we'll have computers in our brains. Well, maybe not quite yet. Regardless, the evolution of computers is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of technological advancement. So what do you think? How will computers evolve in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Before you go, I want to share one last piece of trivia with you. Did you know that a modern smartphone is millions of times faster than the Apollo 11 guidance computer? That's right. It's a computer that guided astronauts to the moon is practically a brick compared to the powerful smartphones we carry in our pockets today. It's amazing how far technology has come in just a few decades. Alright, well, that wraps things up for this episode. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor and click the like button down below so more people can learn about this stuff. And if you really like what I do here, consider supporting me through donations. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.